From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Cascade Paint and Supply is Reading's oldest family-owned paint store, established in 1953. We are the largest Dunn Edwards dealer in the nation, and most of our products are made in the U.S. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to answer your questions and help you today.
Well, definitely not a bad way to wrap up the work week, right? The winds died down, temperatures increase, absolutely gorgeous Friday, right? That's going to change, though, by tomorrow. We've got those showers returning by this weekend. Heaviest rain and strongest winds will be on Sunday, with off and on showers continuing Monday, Tuesday. But the warmer temperatures I've been talking about the last few days that could be here by the end of the week, a lot of confidence that that's going to happen. We'll call it kind of that early taste of spring near the end of next week. Maybe some winds associated with that as well. We'll take a closer look at that in your deep dive. But for now, let's get you right to and take a look at Futurecast, get you through the weekend, okay? So here we are today at 6 o'clock. We're not seeing much going on. We're going to start to see some clouds moving in advance of the next storm system. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Saturday's storm is going to bring some gusty winds and some moderate rain at times in the early morning hours. Basically tonight, early tomorrow morning for the coast and some of the inland areas. Then we push it through the morning hours by 8 a.m. You see what's happening? It's breaking apart. The bulk of the energy will be to our north over the Pacific Northwest. We get the tail end of that cold front and it breaks apart. It's fairly weak and we don't see much rain. Now, I think for Trinity County, yes, periods of moderate rainfall at times with snow levels between 3,500 and 4,000 feet. But notice it's not very heavy. But we do have some activity here for parts of Siskiyou County. So maybe some morning snow out at the ski park, maybe if you're heading out there. And even into the late morning hours, maybe some leftover snow flurries around the Mount Shasta ski park and of course parts of Siskiyou County in general. But you'll notice 10 a.m. we're not even really seeing much in the valley. Now other forecast models are indicating that's maybe a little bit stronger and could bring a little bit more rainfall than we see here for parts of the valley. Is that out of the question? Probably not, but this does look to be the setup that we typically see with the tail end of these cold fronts. Then we go into about noon on Saturday, we see some activity off to our east. So you can kind of see just a little bit of instability out there, but not a lot. So don't be surprised if anywhere you see a stray shower through the afternoon and maybe a flurry or two above 3,500, 4,000 feet. But the main event won't be here until Sunday, and that's where this is going to be coming in here. So here we are Sunday morning at about 8 a.m. There's the main cold front. Now this one will pack a bigger punch. We're talking heavier rainfall, heavier snow down a little bit lower too, 3,000, 3,500 feet. And now we're also talking about gusty winds and the potential for thunderstorms as well. Now we're taking around the noon hour. There's the main band of rain just to the west of the valley. Look at the heavy snow. Now we do have snow on I-5. So we could be talking about the potential for some chain requirements in the mid to late morning hours on Sunday, but it all is in the form of rain on Highway 299. I think the snow levels will be just a tad too high for us to see snow on Highway 299, but Scott Mountain Pass, yeah, absolutely snow. East of I-5, absolutely you're looking at snow. But of course on Highway 299, probably not so much. There you can see on Highway 36 west of I-5, probably looking at some snow. Now we go into 3 p.m. Now that main cold front's passing through the valley. Heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe even some thunderstorms by 3 p.m. on Sunday. Snow levels still fairly low. Heavy snow at times in Siskiyou County, even near I-5, but still rain on Highway 299 west. Now we're going to take you into Sunday, 5 p.m. Now you can see the heaviest band of rain and snow is off to the east. You can bet there's going to be plenty of chain requirements there. And behind that cold front, we've still got cool and unstable air. So we'll still see scattered showers even at 5 p.m. for many parts of the valley, west of that as well, into Del Norte and Humboldt counties as well. Snow levels still around 3,000 to 3,500 feet. Now we're going to take you to Sunday night. Now you can see the activities move down to the south and east, and all we've got here is some scattered snow flurries and a few showers. Behind all of this, as we go into Monday, Tuesday, we've got another weaker system coming through that will impact us both Monday and Tuesday, giving us a chance for more showers. We'll take a closer look at that in your deep dive with a longer range forecast. But the winds, okay, so here's what's going to happen. The first front coming through on Saturday will bring us some gusty winds for the coast, in particular for Del Norte County. As that cold front pushes to the east, not only is it weakening and giving us less rain, but also less winds. So I'm not anticipating very gusty winds here as that cold front passes through. It may be a little breezy at times from the south or parts of the valley Saturday afternoon, but shouldn't be that bad. It's the bigger storm system on Sunday that I think will impact everyone. You've got the gusty winds along the coast, gusts possibly 40 to 50 miles per hour. Look at Shasta Valley in central Siskiyou County, gusty winds there. So you're going to be looking at the gusty winds, and then as it pushes eastward, now the valley in the early to mid afternoon hours, that is, looking at some gusty winds, but not as bad to the west of that. Then we take you into Sunday night. Now the winds are dying down across the board. So looks like it's going to be another wind event with that main cold front passing through on Sunday. So for tonight, low 40s in the valley, low 40s for the coast, and temperatures in the teens, mainly 20s and 30s for the higher elevations. And as we take a look at our neighborhood by neighborhood forecast, we start off with Trinity County. For your Saturday, of course, you've got the showers, snow levels around 4,000 feet. Nothing terribly heavy for Trinity County, but I do expect to see for southern Humboldt County some showers. But again, I think the heavier rain will be associated with Saturday morning system, will be in mainly central northern Humboldt County and Del Norte County. And again, the heaviest will be in the morning on Saturday. It'll taper off as we go into the really even the mid to late morning hours. There you can see your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. Could see a few snow flurries, especially in the late morning to midday hours. But again, nothing terribly heavy. Take you into Modoc County. There you can, of course, see late in the day, maybe a chance for a few flurries, but again, the heavier activity should be here on Sunday. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Temperatures should be in the mid to upper 40s for those daytime highs. A little breezy by the afternoon, but I think the stronger winds will be here Sunday afternoon. Taking a look at your Valley neighborhood forecast, temperatures should be looking at highs in the low 60s. 60 for Corning, 62 degrees for Orland, and 63 degrees for Willows. And as we take you up to the north, look for a high of 57 for Redding, 58 for Anderson, Whiskeytown about 52, and Lakehead topping out at about 51 degrees. So let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. And there you can see, of course, you need to spring forward Saturday night into Sunday morning. That's, of course, when you need to set those clocks forward 1 hour if it's not your phone or anything attached to the internet. But there you can see the showers will continue for Monday and Tuesday, drying out for Wednesday and Thursday. All right, we got a bit of a deeper dive forecast, but not too much deeper. But let's kind of start off with the upper level pattern and the overall setup. So what we've got here for Saturday is this impressive trough of low pressure. But one of the key factors is the fact that right now we've got this ridge of high pressure giving us the beautiful weather we've been experiencing, right? But that ridge is going to impact the storm coming in on Saturday. So look how this is a fairly healthy looking storm right now. But as it's butting up against the ridge of high pressure, it's breaking apart. And most of the energy is going to be pushed up to the north right there. So there's that energy being pushed up to the north, and it just clips Northern California. So with a setup like this, what typically happens is you have the bulk of the energy over the Pacific Northwest. You have a cold front, a trailing, kind of the tail end of a cold front that's moving through Northern California. And it's usually pretty strong to begin with for the coast, and that's why we see the heavier rainfall there. But then as it moves over the mountains, it breaks apart, and we see weaker systems. We see maybe a chance for a few showers for parts of the valley, and then of course east of that as well. Now, you look at this is an area of low pressure here, not a very deep trough of low pressure, but now that this ridge is moving on out, that will allow this trough to dig even more to the south. So you see how it's kind of a nice little digging trough here. This is a healthier storm. You can see we have the trough axis right here, area of highest instability, which is where we are, and that's why we expect the heavier rainfall, gusty winds, maybe some thunderstorms, and since it is digging deeper, that means cooler air is moving in. Snow levels will drop down to as low as 3,000 feet. Could impact some of that mountain travel even on I-5 on Sunday. So keep a close eye on those road conditions, especially if you're going on mountain passes above 3,000 feet. Then we have a very weak system moving through Monday and Tuesday. That will impact us, bring us more chances for rain. Snow levels a little bit higher, back up to about 4,000 feet. So Monday, Tuesday, still some showers in there. This right here is the beginning phase of the ridge of high pressure that we're really watching. Check this out. There's the warmer air through next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday's where it's going to kind of peak out here. You can see just a nice big ridge of high pressure. Now, you can see the valley. I've got some temperatures probably somewhere in the mid to possibly upper 70s. For now, I'm not expecting any 80s. We'll see, but for now, more like the 70s. The mountains, temperatures in the low to mid 60s, and for the coast, in the mid to upper 60s for your daytime highs. All right, so as we go into that next weekend, so not this weekend, but right, the weekend after this weekend, you can see Saturday, Sunday, it will kind of weaken and move off to the east. Now, what will happen is this energy here is trying to move in, and that's why it's kind of breaking apart at that ridge of high pressure, but a lot of that energy will stay to our north. So this ridge of high pressure may kind of rebuild back up behind that, but we'll see. But this is not just going to be a ridge of high pressure that'll be here for 1 or 2 days. It'll be here for a good period of time. So we do have a stretch of some rain in there. Of course, we talked about that. Let's take a look at the long-range forecast. This is a little bit more of a coarse model. So you can see here as we go into Saturday, it's showing a little bit more in the way of intensity with the rain and snow, but it is showing it breaking apart and the bulk of the energy up to our north. Then you can see the stronger system coming in on Sunday. That's what we talked about with the shorter range forecast model. Then we have Monday, Tuesday system coming through. Not a ton of rain, slightly higher snow levels. Then we see this ridge of high pressure building in, giving us the warmer temperatures. Now, as we go into Wednesday, we are going to have it set up for maybe some gusty winds on Wednesday. As this trough of low pressure digs to the south, ridge of high pressure builds to the north, we're probably going to see the winds mainly shift down to our south, so the winds may not be as strong going into Thursday and Friday of next week. But as we talked about the drier pattern with that we were just looking at, we still have 4 days of rain, that some days heavier than others, but we still have 4 days of rain that'll bring us a decent amount of rain. I think on average about an inch, give or take, for the valley, and about 2 to possibly 3 inches of rain for the coast. And of course, that's going to mean some snow in the higher elevations, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a ton, okay? So we do have your wave heights. They are increasing. That is why we do have a small craft advisory through the day tomorrow. There actually is a gale watch as we go into your Sunday, because we even expect higher wave heights after that. So taking a look at your marine forecast for your Saturday, southwest winds at 15 to 20 knots. There you can see that small craft advisory through the day on Saturday. Let's take a look at what we can expect here for tomorrow. Those temperatures in the upper 50s to right around 60 for most of the valley locations. Temperatures mainly in the 40s for the higher elevations, including Trinity County. And there you can see low 50s inland, low to mid 50s out along the coast. Looking at your 7-day outlook, we start off with the valley. And there, of course, you see the showers that is here for Saturday. Nothing heavy tomorrow, a little breezy at times. Stronger winds Sunday, heavier rainfall, maybe even some thunderstorms. Monday, Tuesday, more often on showers here before we dry things out by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Here's your 7-day outlook for the coast. Some showers, heavy at times in the morning, but then tapering off in the afternoon. Heavier rainfall and gustier winds on Sunday, with more often on showers for Monday, Tuesday. Look at the snow levels. On Saturday, around 4,000 feet. Dropping down to 3,000 feet on Sunday, back up to 4,000 feet by Monday and Tuesday. And that's the same situation for Mount Shasta with those snow levels, as well as El Turris and Susanville. But it looks like we will dry things out again and warm it up by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.